I don't know, much more competitive, I think. Like, a lot more conflict, I would say.
It would be impossible. I think you need both to make life. I think you would need both men and women for there to be life.
Men and women, I think, approach the same things in life differently. So you definitely have something missing by not having men. Not necessarily bad all the time.
There'll be no babies, no children, and that'll be hard for your parents because they might want to have granddaughters, grandson, things like that. And especially now it's during Chinese New Year, they want to see their families to be there and be involved and see their next generation there to be happy and to be joyful about that.
Life without women would be a whole lot messier. I think a whole lot messier. I think women keep us in check, keep us guys in check. With, you know, they're a lot more organized, they're a lot more planning, you know. Yeah, be a lot messier.
I think it would be less pleasant. It would be messier, probably boring, but yeah, let's go with that.
I would say diplomatically it's different for every individual is different, so every individual complements each other differently, but in general I would say for myself that women show more of the emotional side of things and help me understand that.
Men and women complement each other every day in the decisions and way that they live their lives. They bring different perspectives to the same situation and balance.
But I find what helps them align is sometimes their different perspectives that allows them to both of them see what's around them.
The men, I think, are traditionally depicted as kind of a aggressive, kind of a bigger, stronger kind of person, and a woman being more gentle and supportive. So the two of them together, you get both sides of kind of God. You get the kind of brave, courageous side and the gentle, supportive side. I think both aspects of a loving father. Yeah.
Man, guys, they will do their best to protect the people they love and the family they care. So they might not have anything, but they will always have family and family, and that's their most important things for them. Just to protect, to take care of their family, the people who they love and care about the most. And for women, they are very important as well, and they show love to the people they love, especially to men, because they need love, and that's how the relationship is formed, and that's why you have this. Yeah.
Men and women complement each other because there are some things that men are naturally good at, and whereas women aren't, and vice versa.
For me, it's not relevant because I don't believe in God. But in terms of the relationship, if it helps people do something good, then it's relevant enough, I guess.
I think it definitely can be. Maybe not so much for me personally, but I know people who I can see that it does mean something to them. It's important, and I can see how for them it brings them closer even to each other. And I think that's something that even if I don't personally understand it fully, I think that's good.
Whether or not God exists, the relationship with God is definitely relevant in the world today, in terms of the conflict, in terms of the belief systems, in terms of how it affects our legal systems, and how people live their lives.
There is in everyday life in 21st century now, it is of course relevant. We as a human usually need somewhere to rely on, need someone to to attach ourselves to. So the relationship is there. It is relevant because we feel good.
I think it is relevant. I think that because one might identify with God's meaning to life, meaning to being, and working for something good, something noble in the presence of God or something that people would name God. And it's very relevant today because there's so much good work to be done, and so much work to be done, I think, that it's great to have that ideal to work towards or to work for, which is the greater good, which is what I think God leads us to want to do.
In the words of John Paul II, it is Jesus we seek. I think a lot of people these days look for different things to make them happy, different things to satisfy them, when really a relationship with God and being able to connect with a God who loves us, our souls are wired for God. So I think being able to connect to a God like that is the only way that we can fill ourselves with happiness and find what we're looking for.
Yeah, I think so, because if you're too drawn out by everything that the world is telling you and all the messages, then you have there's no fixed point, there's no reference thing that you have to base your life on and guide you.